Hello, my name's Kathleen. I'm here to talk to you about my behavior change project. I was working with an 8-year-old student that had been diagnosed with autism. The purpose of this project was to look at his ability to increase independence during the difficult transition time of pack up at the end of a school day. With the use of, and I will say another kind of object of this project was to also decrease dependence on myself as a paraprofessional, and the prompt of any adult to complete the steps to get from pack up time through dismissal time. So this started with baseline of how many prompts it might take before he was given a visual checklist, which would have been the intervention in addition to reinforcement. So giving him, so I took first was baseline data in terms of how many prompts per day it would take for him to get through what I deemed a 15-step checklist from the general education teacher telling him to pack up, to basically getting all of the things that he needed to get done at school, to saying hello to his mom. And the good news was those prompts decreased once the intervention was in place, and that included a 15-point checklist of items. Now he is able to read and did great with a textual checklist in terms of things that he could refer to. And that included gathering all items, putting all things from mailbox into his folder, lunch bag, in this case, it was during winter hours, so it was coat, hat, all of those things were items deemed necessary for packing up. And then doing all of the steps necessary to get lined up, similar to any peers in the classroom. And then saying goodbye to his teacher and hello to his mom. And we did say that asking peers for help would not be included in a prompt, just because that would be like-minded with a peer. Throughout the observation and the period of this project, he did, the prompts did decrease. The textual checklist was extremely helpful for him. And I would say that it was very successful in that when it was removed for a period during the multiple baseline, he still did better than his initial baseline. So that was great. And in continued use of those instructions, because I've still been working with the same student, he has done awesome and continued to do a really great job in terms of processing all those steps without the checklist actually since then. So once again, this project was to see how a visual task checklist could help a student gain independence and decrease paraprofessional prompt or teacher prompt. We did use an inner observer, which was his special education teacher. We did come out at approximately a 78% agreement on a couple of days, and that took a little bit of just kind of like rediscussing what prompts were kind of deemed independent or whatnot, and so there was a little bit of discussion there, and she could not do it every day. Also, we took into account how chaotic the end of a school day can be for students that are in a school setting, and how it's hard to take data as accurately as you might want to when there's many other needs being kind of given at the same time. But overall, I would say it was successful, and we continue pushing that independence every day. Thank you so much.